Resuming debate. Reprise de débat. The honourable member for South Okanagan West Kootenay has a right of reply of 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'd like to begin by thanking once again the members of the Natural Resources Committee for their collegial work on Bill C-354 and to the Parliamentary Secretary of Natural Resources and the Parliamentary Secretary for Public Works and Government Services for their cooperative approach. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Structurlam in Penticton. This company is really the inspiration of this bill for me. They and very few other companies stand at the forefront of the new way that we will be constructing buildings and other infrastructure in the future. Engineered wood, mass timber construction, glue-lam beams, cross-laminated timber panels will all soon be known as one of the commonest and best ways to create large buildings in the world. Canada is a world leader in this technology. We are at a place now where government procurement can play a critical role in growing Canadian companies that use this technology, and Bill C-354 can encourage that role. Now, I'd like to remind members that this bill was amended in committee to deal with some of the concerns raised in second reading debate, and I'm especially thinking of the Conservatives here who, in this debate, in third reading, seems to be debating the old version of the bill where there was clear word for preference and things like that. All those issues have been cleared up with the amendment that we brought forward in committee. Earlier, some were concerned that a preference for wood in infrastructure would expose us to international trade disputes, or it would distort the market, making it harder for the cement and steel industries to compete for government infrastructure. That's gone from this bill. This bill, as amended, deals with those concerns while keeping references to the environmental benefits of various structural materials. There's no mention of a preference for any structural material in the new bill. In fact, it simply sets out that, and I quote, "The minister shall consider any reduction in greenhouse gas emissions and any other environmental benefits and may allow the use of wood or any other thing, including a material, product, or sustainable resource that achieves such benefits." Now, we naturally heard strong support for the bill from the forest industry when studying the bill in committee. We also heard from the cement and steel industries, and both testified that they were confident that they could meet those environmental considerations in full life cycle analyses. We also heard from the National Research Council that large buildings made with engineered wood are as safe as steel and concrete buildings when it comes to fire safety. Madam Speaker, this bill will support the forest and construction industries and keep them at the head of their sectors as the world moves toward a new way of building. We all know that the forest industry is facing headwinds in the form of unfair tariffs and a declining fibre supply. Engineered wood can support the industry in the face of these challenges, allowing Canadian wood to be sold into the U.S. without softwood tariffs, and the value-added benefits will create more good jobs for every piece of lumber that we produce. It will promote the construction of beautiful, environmentally friendly, and safe buildings. And in closing, I'd just like to once again thank all of those who have supported this bill as it moved through the House, and I urge all members to support it once again when it comes to a vote. Thank you.